All right, it's officially 2026. New year, new phones, and Samsung is already making things interesting because the Galaxy S26 leaks are coming in hot, and one of them might genuinely change how you use your phone in public. So imagine this. You're on a flight, in a cafe, or stuck on the metro, and no one around you can see what's on your screen. Not because you slapped on one of those annoying dark privacy protectors, but because the display itself just does it. That's the big rumor this year. A built-in privacy display on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. From what's leaked, this isn't a gimmick. It's basically a system-level privacy mode baked straight into the OLED panel. Turn it on, and the screen becomes unreadable from the sides. Straight on, though, no loss in sharpness, brightness, or color. And when you don't need it, you just turn it off and your display looks completely normal again. What makes this more believable is that Samsung has already shown something extremely similar in the past, a prototype display tech they called Flex Magic Pixel. And now, the same idea has been spotted inside One UI 8.5 beta. The interface literally shows a toggle for it. Even better, it looks like you'll be able to automate it. So it could turn on when you're commuting, traveling, or out in public, and switch itself off the moment you get home. That's the kind of smart feature that feels obvious in hindsight. Right now, though, this is tipped to be Ultra only, which is a shame but also very on-brand for Samsung. If it works well, I'd be shocked if it doesn't trickle down to the rest of the lineup next year. Speaking of the lineup, things are getting simpler this time. The S26 family is expected to be just 3 phones: S26, S26 Plus, and S26 Ultra. The Edge model is still a question mark. There are signs Samsung hasn't completely killed it off, including a new device certification that could line up with an S26 Edge. If it does exist, though, it probably won't launch alongside the main trio. Leaks suggest it could arrive a few months later, maybe around May. Now let's talk displays, because this is another area where the Ultra is flexing hard. The size is expected to stay at 6.9 inches, but the panel itself could be all new. There's talk of Samsung using a next-generation OLED with peak brightness numbers that sound almost unreal. We're talking up to 6,000 nits in short bursts and around 2,600 nits full screen. That's seriously bright. On top of that, the refresh rate could jump from 120 Hz to 144 Hz, with an insanely high touch sampling rate as well. This exact panel has already shown up on another flagship in Asia, so it's not just theoretical anymore. The regular S26 may get a tiny size bump, technically going from 6.2 inches to around 6.27, which Samsung would almost certainly market as 6.3. In reality, it's probably just thinner bezels rather than a physically larger phone. The S26 Plus, meanwhile, looks like it's staying exactly the same on the display front. Cameras this year are, let's say, safe. The S26 and S26 Plus are expected to get a new 50-megapixel main sensor, but with the same size as before. So yes, technically new, but not a massive leap. The ultra-wide staying at 12 megapixels is a bit disappointing, especially when competitors have already moved way past that. Telephoto is where things get messy. Early leaks suggested a bump to 12 megapixels for the 3x lens, but newer reports say Samsung might actually stick with the same 10-megapixel sensor again. And it's not a great one either. The good news is that most people will still rely on the higher zoom camera anyway, but for an Ultra phone in 2026, this does feel underwhelming. Battery-wise, there are at least some upgrades. The regular S26 could jump to 4,300 mAh, the Plus stays at 4,900, and the Ultra might finally move past 5,000, landing at around 5,200 mAh. Still no silicon carbon battery tech, which is honestly frustrating at this point. That said, efficiency matters just as much as size, and the new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 should help squeeze more life out of these cells. Charging is where the Ultra gets a nice win. Wired charging could increase to 60 watts, with wireless going up to 25. There's also strong evidence that Samsung is finally embracing proper magnetic charging, similar to what Google has done recently. New magnetic battery packs are rumored too, and even if they're not the fastest, the convenience alone is huge. One of the smaller but interesting leaks is the retail box. It looks very familiar, but It hints at a slightly refreshed camera design and some new colors. Apparently, we could be getting black shadow, white shadow, galactic blue, and ultraviolet. And you might have noticed something missing there. No titanium branding anymore. It hasn't been confirmed, but there's a real chance Samsung drops titanium altogether, just like Apple did. And honestly, that might be how Samsung manages to keep prices the same this year. Yes, the current plan is for the S26 lineup to cost exactly what the S25 did. As for timing, don't expect a January launch this time. The reveal is rumored to land around February 25th, with the phones hitting shelves in March. That would make it the first time in a couple of years Samsung skips the early year launch window. So that's everything we know right now about the Galaxy S26 lineup. A crazy new privacy display, brighter panels than ever, some questionable camera decisions, but also meaningful upgrades where it counts. As always, leaks can change and more details are coming fast. If you want deeper dives into the chip, performance, and the stuff I didn't cover here, check out the previous video. And if you're into staying ahead of the leaks before everyone else, you already know what to do. I'll catch you in the next one.